Good morning and welcome to the show, the P&B Morning Show. The political landscape of the Federal Capital Territory has shifted once again. The All Progressives Congress has secured 5 out of the 6 chairmanship seats in the FCT area council elections, according to results declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. From Amak to Abaji, Buhari, Kwale, and Kuje, the APC tightened its grip, while the People's Democratic Party managed to hold on to Gwagwalada. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated the winners, but beyond the celebrations and party colors, questions remain. What does this outcome mean for grassroots governance in the nation's capital? Why was there a noticeable voter apathy? And how serious are the allegations of vote buying that trailed the exercise? This morning, we go beyond the headlines to examine the politics, the power shift, and what this means for residents of the FCT. Just stay with us. My name is Omike Joseph Matthew, and of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with Chidi Kenneth, who of course covered the elections, and he has some questions to answer this morning.
OJ, good morning, first and foremost.
Good morning to
you. Like you said, I have some questions to answer. OJ, I really have a lot of questions to answer. All right, good morning, viewers. Once again, you're welcome to Politics and Business Television. Please stay tuned.
All right, without wasting time, the FCT polls went down over the weekend, and a whole lot happened. You were there on the field. You saw what happened. So let's briefly talk about that before we go to our next segment, the newspaper review. So briefly, so can you just summarize some of the things you experienced?
Well, okay, let me start from my area, Lokogoma, and voting materials arrived at about 8:14 a.m. on the 21st of February, and and voting started at about 9 a.m. on the dot. But one thing I noticed is that there was very low turnout. Very low turnout of voters, and I wonder where when I started seeing the results, I was wondering, because I went around the whole of Lokogoma down to Galadima, Sun City, Sunnyvale, and the rest of them. There was serious low turnout of voters. There was serious what we call voter apathy. It was there, we saw it there, and secondly, I noticed that INEC brought in so many voters what they call it, the voters materials in excess.
Beavers,
not just beavers alone, with the papers, the voting paper.
Yes, the materials.
So it took the voting exercise. Some polling units were like 17 or 25 voters, registered voters, like 031 Lokogoma and MTM Mast. They had just about 20 accredited voters.
Maybe out of 100 or something.
Not 100, we're talking about 735.
735 in that
registered voters.
But only
20 accredited.
Only 20.
Yes.
Nice.
Only 20, OJ.
That's serious.
And out of that 20, a particular political party got 16, while the other one got 14, sorry. And while the other one got 6, and the result was transmitted. But however, we also noticed that, in some part of the, let me talk about the AMAC, where I covered. We had issues of, polling units. Some polling units, nobody attended. What about 8 polling units in Asokoro? No single individuals came to vote.
Wow. So the officials were just there,
exactly,
sitting and waiting for whoever that will come.
Yes, we also have, I think, a situation, was it Gosa or something? I can't remember clearly, where the INEC machine only certified 14 people out of, it was, I saw voters shouting that why would the machine be programmed for only 14 people to vote?
Oh, it was programmed for 14?
Yeah, the video is there. The guy was actually screaming the guy was talking and shouting, and that they'll have about 5,000 voters here ready to vote. And when the machine came here, only accepting 14. Ready to accept 14. And they stood their ground and insisted. I don't know how that ended. We saw videos of people, tear gas, trying to smoke everywhere and ballot boxed. The guy said, well, they tried to snatch some documents, but he was able to secure, the original, results sheet of the chairmanship position. So we saw a lot of, hitches here and there. But on the general note, the election was quite peaceful and calm. The movement, the restriction of movement was, respected. Although even though some were complaining that the minister who is not a registered voter in the FCT was moving up and down, that he has no business moving up and down, he's not an INEC official. You know, some people were complaining that.
But he's the person in charge of the territory. This is his territory, so he has to move around to see what's going on.
Yeah, if you look at it from that angle, you can also say that. But some are also saying that no, that he who makes the law should also obey the law. That he's also a citizen, and more so that he's not a registered voter here in FCT. His polling unit is at Obiakpo, Obiakpo local government.
But he's your guy in charge. So
well, some arguments can also towards that line.
Yes.
However, it was relatively peaceful.
Yeah.
And we started seeing the results. Like you said, APC out of the 6 council, was able to get 5, and the PDP. And something happened in Gwagwalada, from what I heard, that the APC, one of the political party, candidate was actually stoned. He was practically stoned. He was in his jeep and he was stoned, and that the people loved. There was massive love for a particular political party candidate, and that was why that political party won.
So that's the PDP, which is official.
So that the love was so overwhelming that the people guided. The challenge again I noticed in AMAC vis-a-vis other political other councils is that AMAC is about 3 times bigger, more than some of these other area councils like Gwagwalada and Kuje. AMAC is like 3 times bigger. I think AMAC has about 2,400 or so polling units. And some political parties could not even get agents in almost about 1,800 polling units.
Yeah.
And that gave room for some kind of alleged malpractices.
Okay, I think we'll talk more on this, and you can see on our screen the official result. So we will, of course, project this to you as we continue with the discussion this morning. So let's go for a quick break. When we return, I will review the papers and then return back to the discussion, because today will be dedicated to the FCT elections, the FCT council polls that went down over the weekend. We'll look at everything that happened, like you heard from Chidi. So let's quickly go for a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, so welcome back to the P&B Morning Show right here on Politics and Business Television, Abuja. I remain Omike Joseph Matthew. So let's look at the papers now. What do we have for you? Yes, The Guardian is here with us. And The Guardian carries this story, this headline: Uncertainty trades future of shea nuts exports as 6-month ban ends. Uncertainty trades future of shea nut export as 6-month ban ends. So shea butter market, you can see the graphics there, how it looks like, and so they have all the statistics in The Guardian. All right, we have other stories from The Guardian. The soldiers foil a Boko Haram attacks, killed 29 in Borno, Yobe. Soldiers foil Boko Haram attacks, killed 29 in Borno, Yobe. CDS, we can achieve intel stability via controlled rehabilitation of terrorists. We can achieve intel stability via controlled rehabilitation of terrorists. Okay, over the weekend, I think on Friday evening, the the defense, headquarters released a statement about some the rehabilitated terrorists and all that, and that's really causing a lot of debate whether they can be trusted, they cannot be trusted, and so on and so forth. Over 100 of them have been rehabilitated, and you can see that the CDS is saying that they can achieve intel and whatever from this rehabilitated terrorists. So, from your perspective, do you think they can be trusted to that level?
OJ,
That's why they have denounced their acts.
Excuse me. Well, it's not about whether if they can be trusted or not. The antecedents and activities we've seen so far shows that it's not working. Now, before now, we've had issues of Boko Haram and whatever name they call themselves, bandits, being rehabilitated and then forgiven and integrated back into the society. We've seen a situation whereby it is still not working. It has not stopped the attack, neither has it reduced the attack. So the question is, I think it's time for the CDS or for the Nigerian army to change their strategy. Because, there's a saying that goes that, excuse me, no matter the rainfall, it cannot, clean up the spots on the leopard skin. And some of them have this leopard skin, and talking about rehabilitation, which I've seen ex-convicts released from prison and still go back and commit the same crime. So it's all about it. And sometimes when you reinstate it, let us see where these people are taken to. Sometimes we just hear these things reported. We don't see them physically. OJ, I've not seen any repented Boko Haram shown on the screen. I'm sure they've not shown, nobody has come to the screen.
You don't expect that to be shown.
And let's know where they are going to. We're talking about people who has actually committed very serious, heinous crimes,
but denounced now. They
denounced
their.
They denounced.
That's why the word repented.
I never said it didn't happen. I'm only saying it is only being reported. We have not had visual, audio, or whatever evidence to show that this actually happened, and this is where they are working. This one is working in this workshop.
We've had reports of some of them even being recruited in the army.
Yes. Like I said, it's a commendable one, but we have not seen it. I have personally not seen, this is Mr. Kabiru Usman, he's a former Boko Haram, and now he's not a soldier, he's doing well. I've not seen such a thing anyway. Probably the military have their reasons why they, do such things, operate in that manner. But what I'm trying to say is this, that the military should change their strategy, because we keep seeing repented Boko Haram members we've been integrated back into the society, and the killing still continues.
Okay.
And we have cases of, saboteurs in the system. So who are those saboteurs? Is it that those that are the repented ones or the ones inside? These things are becoming a little bit controversial, and I wish the Nigerian army, change their strategy, because not all of them will actually repent, because repentance is in the mind, it's in the heart.
Okay. So let's continue with the guide. Maybe one more story, and then we'll switch to the next paper. We have other interesting stories. Uni Abuja expels 28 students, revokes certificates of 15 alumni. Wow. Uni Abuja expels 28 students, revokes certificates of 15 alumni. Okay, that's really interesting. Story they're coming from.
That happens to be my
education.
I happen to be an alumni of University of Abuja as well.
I hope you are not part of the 15.
Well, I'm not aware. I've not seen any message.
Okay, so let's go to our next paper under review this morning. The Punch. NNPC, NUPRC fear financial squeeze after Tinubu's order. NNPC and UPRC fear financial squeeze after Tinubu's order. I think we dwell on this last week. We dwell on this last week. Definitely, if following the executive order from the president, the NNPC,
all revenue should be paid to the federal account.
Yes,
direct.
NNPC and NUPRC will definitely have financial squeeze, most definitely. FCT polls, PDP drags APC to court after 5 council sweep. That will be our focus this morning. PDP drags APC to court after 5 council sweep. So the PDP is kicking this morning. They appear not to have accepted
apart from
results.
that, OJ, we just mentioned yesterday that sorry, last week, that enough of this. The court deciding who is the winner of the elections. You know, let the INEC, responsibility of the INEC is to conduct the election and declare a winner. And if this
a result that will be accepted by all,
you know, but what brings about going to court is, you know, a lot of alleged malpractices here and
or
there,
perceived,
perceived, and that's what I say alleged, perceived malpractices here and there. When it's not adjudged to be free and fair, allegedly. In the eyes of the people, not what sometimes people come to report. Some people come openly to say, we want to commend the free, you know, and want to commend the exercise. And somebody, a very noble, you know, politician in this country came out openly to say, go and vote and leave the rest for me. And, you know, when you hear statements like that and you begin to see things like this, it causes for worries, you know. And we should get to a level where, that was why I said, we should stop this issue of combination of manual and electronic transmission. Let's keep looking for measures. Let's get to a level where we can vote from our phones, OJ, so that, you know, as you are voting, you can even be in your parlor and be seeing the results.
But even in other democracies, people still go out and physically vote. They physically vote. So the citizens cannot just stay in their bedroom like you suggested that and vote to their phones and all that. Yes, in as much as technology is very important, people should come out and participate in elections. But what we are saying is, let there be free and fair elections.
Yes, okay. Let there be free and fair elections, OJ.
Okay, so do we still have other stories from the Punch? So let's quickly see which other interesting story we have there before we go to our next paper this morning. Tinubu slashes Genco's 6 trillion naira bill to 2.8 trillion naira. Tinubu slashes Genco's 6 trillion naira bill to 2.8 trillion naira. INEC regs risk 2-year jail term. Rigging. INEC regs risks 2-year jail term. That would be a good one. We had one that happened in the last election. I think it's Adamawa Rek. I just can't remember his name now.
Something Moody or something Moody.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't remember his name now. Who, of course, everybody knew did some things and all that. At the end of the day, it was reported that he escaped. He ran to Niger Republic.
Probably maybe he escaped. I don't know.
You understand?
And so, he has not returned?
He has not returned. Nothing has been said about him. So if this report is anything to go by, it will be a good one. So the resident electoral commissioners who will of course be in charge of our elections, coming up, once they participate in rigging and all that, 2-year jam will be, a 2-year jail term will be good, because the rects are professors,
custodians of knowledge, as it were.
Yeah, as it were. So just imagine being tried and jailed for 2 years. It will rubbish you. But would this come? We have fantastic policies, but at the end of the day, is that political will to?
OJ, that is what we call in our local palace, boju. The more you see, the less you understand. And INEC, rec disappeared into thin air. And up to today, how many years now? We've not seen him.
Over 2 years now.
Now it's high time we start holding people accountable. Let people be punished so it can serve as a deterrent to others, as a warning to others. Just like political leaders, high-profile political leaders, we're yet to see anyone go to prison and stay for at least 5 years. That is why, what legacy are we leaving for the young ones coming up? Somebody said something that if somebody can come out and say, go and vote and leave the rest for me, what legacy are we leaving for younger politicians? I fear for the upcoming politicians, the generation, the Gen Zs. In fact, at one point somebody was saying that the 20th Senate, the 10th Senate or the 25th Senate, that people will go into the chambers with guns. Allegedly, anyway. So, it's going to be nice when we see, public officers of high profile like this being punished.
Yes.
And so that the other people can learn lessons.
Okay. So let's go to our next paper. And which one do we have? The Vanguard. The Vanguard. APC, 4 other parties ready. 2027 elections. APC, 4 other parties ready. 16 in disarray may not present candidates for most offices. So that's a very interesting one coming from the Vanguard. So out of the 21 political parties I think we have now, only 4
may survive.
appears to be ready. Not sure of the survivor. They'll be there. They'll be there, but really ready to participate in the elections. So just 4. That's what the Vanguard is saying. And which 4 parties are those? Check out the Vanguard newspaper.
I think I heard that one of the parties has been taken to court, and their prayer is that they should be delisted. I think it's the African Democratic Congress, the ADC.
The ADC.
And I don't know who took them to court. I'm trying to remember. I can't recall vividly, but their prayer is that ADC should be. The politics is is playing out. 2027, and each time it's about a year to the next elections. We keep seeing dramas, counter dramas like this.
Okay. So we'll check out, which I may just check out which parties are ready and the parties that are not ready. That may not, field candidates for the next election. So the Vanguard. Let's continue with the Vanguard. We have the story there: how APC dominated FCT council polls. How APC dominated FCT council polls. Interesting one there. So the FCT polls is actually taking center stage, in as much as we also had elections in Kano, by-elections in Kano and Rivers State.
And in Rivers State, I hold that local government precisely.
Yes. 2026 Electoral Acts. We engaged AGF, INEC, CSOs, development partners for 2 years before enactment. NAS. We engaged AGF, INEC, CSOs, development partners for 2 years before enactment. NAS. Okay. The National Assembly continues to explain the passage of the Electoral Act bill. Okay, so that's the situation there. And why previous government struggles to resolve impasse with ASU orders. That's according to the federal government. Why previous governments struggled to resolve impasse with ASU orders. FG. So you get that story from the Vanguard. Okay, Trump hikes U.S. global tariff rate to 15% after court ruling. So check out that story there coming from the United States. So we move to our next paper. And which one do we have very quickly? Yes, we have the Nigerian Tribune. Electoral Act. What has changed in new law, Senate leader? What has changed in new law, Senate leader? And the rider, mandatory deployment of beavers for voter accreditation, creation of dedicated fund for INEC, abolition of indirect primaries, creation of digital membership register by political parties, 2-year jail term for REC, who withholds vital documents, upward preview of campaign funds for elective officers. All these are in these stories. The Tribune is dishing out to us today. APC shows strength, wins big in FCT, Kano, Rivers, Ogun. Wow. APC shows strength, wins big in FCT, Kano, Rivers, Ogun. That's a interesting one there coming from the Nigerian Tribune.
It's a signal, OJ.
Yes.
It's a signal. The APC is already sending a signal ahead of time that we're prepared. I can't remember when last APC won any election in Kano. Now we see, the governor, Abagida, has defected to APC. And this is his first, welcome address, electionary welcome address. And you can see that he won. And, I don't know, but it seems to me that the ruling party is actually ruling and they are cruising as well. So, let's see how it plays out in 2027.
Yes.
This winning one from the south, winning one from the northwest, and then north central, FCT. They're trying to tell you that, look, we are getting ready, and we have the grip politically.
Yeah.
So let's see how it plays out.
Okay. So our next paper, away from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Okay, I think our time is up. My producer just signaled me that our time is up. So those are the papers that we have under review for you today. So please go to the newsstand and grab any one of your interest and get those juicy stories. So we'll be right back right after this short break. The P&B Morning Show continues. All right, so welcome back to the P&B Morning Show, right here on Politics and Business Television, Abuja. My name is Omike Joseph Matthew. Now, let's get started with our very first issue this morning. Now, the All Progressives Congress has emerged dominant in the Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections, with contested. Results released by the Independent National Electoral Commission on Sunday showed that the APC secured victories in Abuja Municipal Area Council, Amak, Abaji, Buhari, Kwali, and Kuje, while the People's Democratic Party clinched the lone remaining seat in Gwagwalada. The elections, which covered 6 chairmanship and 62 councillorship positions across the FCT's 6 area councils, also coincided with by-elections in Rivers and Kano State. According to the electoral body, polls were conducted in Ahuda, East 2 and Kana 2 state constituencies in Rivers State, as well as Kano Municipal and Ungongo constituencies in Kano State. President Bola Tinubu congratulated the winners of the FCT polls and the by-elections in Kano and Rivers. So in a statement issued by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president commended the conduct of the elections. However, the PDP has rejected the outcome of the FCT council polls and announced the inauguration of a special legal team to challenge the results. The exercise, though successfully concluded, was reportedly characterized by widespread voter apathy and allegations of vote buying. So this will be our focus this morning, the post-FCT elections. I've been joined this morning by an activist and, of course, a social commentator in person of Abraham Unaji. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome to the program.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go straight into the issue. What's your take on the outcome of the FCT polls over the weekend? APC clinching 5 of the area councils and leaving 1 to to the PDP, and they are kicking already.
Well, I want to congratulate all those that got elected into various area councils. I want to congratulate the APC, and I want to also congratulate the Minister of the Federal Capital. Because if you look at, these are some of the things that he said he will do. And then, being the man of his word, I'm not speaking for him though, but I want to say Wike is one man that you cannot take his word with a pinch of salt because he knows his honor. Even the PDP that won in Gwagwalada, I guess it's because maybe the guy is somehow a good guy to Wike. Because Wike can spend anything to get what he wants.
Well, from the way you are talking, Abraham, sorry to interrupt there. From the way you are talking, it appears that you are giving all the elogies to Wike, whether allegedly what you are saying. I'm not trying. There is no proof or whether Wike actually masterminded the victories of the APC or not. But from the way you are talking, it's like if Wike is actually involved in the victories of the APC in this just concluded election, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how he goes about it. Is that what you're saying? Is that the notion you are trying to create?
No. But from the beginning of the whole process, Wiki has been, I will call him a spoiler because all that is happening in PDP, it's about Wiki. And now Wiki is working for a party that he so much believes in the head as the president. So I want to tell you, I'm not making a guess, but from what I have studied so far about the person of Wike, I believe he's someone that always stands by his word because he believes so much in transparency, he believes so much in accountability, and that is what he was fighting for in his party. So I'm not here to speak about Wiki, but I'm here to say these are the kind of people we need in politics. People that will tell you this is what they want and they go for it. I know we are not yet there to say, okay, politics is 100% okay in Nigeria. We are not yet there, but we are gradually getting there because even looking at the RF, you will see a lot of things, a lot of good things happen there. So I I believe Nigerians are gradually embracing the new technology. So with time, so let's give it like 20 years from now, politically, democratically, what do you think will happen as a country? PK or for APC. But as a Nigerian and as an analyst that studied political situation in a country, I want to tell you sincerely that Wike is the brain behind all this success story that APC is having today in the federal capital.
All right. So I have my colleague here who actually went to the field to cover this election. So maybe he has a question for you this morning. I saw you nodding your head, either in approval or disapproval. So what
well,
do you
in
have,
approval, in approval, let me ask you. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Okay, you said Wike. You are not wrong when you say Wike has proven to be a man what we call talking a do, a man who says a thing and he ensures it comes to pass. The political prophet, as it were. Am I correct, sir?
Very well.
So how do you reconcile this statement with that statement trending on the social media where he said, go and vote and leave the rest for me? What do you have to make of that?
Yes, you see, I strongly believe in the word that comes out of Minister Wiki. He's somebody that is so bold to say it the way it is. So you can go anywhere, you don't care. All he feels is, this is what I wanted. This is how I want it to be. So he's somebody that I so much have fun. He's not my fan though, but I just like him as a person because he's a very straightforward person. So we need people that will tell you, look, I want to deliver this for the president, or I want to deliver this for the party, and he stand by his word. These are the kind of people we need in politics. So I so much respect him as a person.
So are you saying, but I don't really understand. I'm trying to get you to interpret that word. Go and vote and leave the rest for me. What do you think? What's the meaning of that word?
Well, when even if it's a baby, if you tell a baby that word, I think that baby should start jumping all around because the person knows that okay, like the chairman, most of the people that got elected, I think it's just like okay, we know what he has done even in the River State where he came from. We remember what happened with Pubara. When Pubara was coming in, it was like the whole rivers will catch fire. But you know, he did his mathematics. He's just like, okay, if I want to place it with Mr. President, if you look at the president and they have some things in common. If they tell you they will deliver, they will definitely do. Look at when they had alliance with the late president Buhari. This is somebody that tell you, I want you to join me. Come and join our party. Let's have alliance. And today is history. The same thing with Wiki. If Wiki tells you something, that is what I come to believe. If he tells you something, believe him, and then do your own part and leave the rest to him. That is what he's trying to say. Because he believed in himself. And if you believe in yourself, there's nothing that is too hard for you to do.
Okay, now, sorry. We have, reports. Even my colleague here in the studio, who went out to cover the elections, also reported the issue of voter apathy. Abuja residents refusing to come out to vote for whatever factor, could be as a result of the restrictions. But don't you think that, and of course, rigging, the issue of rigging and vote buying, were reported cases of vote buying too. Even the EFCC caught some people with up to 17 million naira in three area councils that they said they'll be charging them to court today. So with all this put together, do you think that the results will have any legitimacy? So, do you see the outcome to have any legitimacy at all, even though INEC has done their own part by announcing the results?
Well, when you talk about the voters' appetite, I always say, even on some of the platforms, I said it only in the city center, because most of the people in the city center, they so much believe I don't have anything to do with the elections of the area councils. I don't have anything to do. Some of them, even when you go to ask them, do you know the chairman of the area council or the chairman of Fuji? They don't really care. All they care is, okay, I have a good house. I have all my workers doing the job for me. You hardly see them. So in the suburb, if you go to from Kachi down to Nyanya, go to Guagua, that Dede, go to Guarimpa, the inter of Guarimpa, go and see the people, you see the massive turnout. So what I'm saying is that the city center, even at the presidency, you hardly see people go to vote, unless if they are party members or they belong to or they are one team from the president or the person who is contesting. But you hardly see a minister, you hardly see a senator. They are all in Abuja during the weekend. Most of them hardly travel like that. But they hardly go out to say, okay, this is my party, or I want to go and canvass for this person. They hardly do that. So I always tell people that the voters, the real voters, are in the suburb. And I want to tell you, like I told you on Saturday, I said, looking at someone like the chairman of the AMA, he went to the suburb. He visited most of the people in the suburb. He did most of his work in the suburb. So these are where the real voters are. These are where you find the real Nigerians that have their voters card, but not at the at the city center.
So the allegation of people not coming out, so the allegation that or coming from the opposition party, saying that the results the outcome of the election is as a result of people of the restriction does not even hold waters, right?
I want to disregard that word, because it was coming from the opposition, and especially the senator representing FCT. If they do their work very well, I don't think they should be talking about voters' apathy. They hardly look during the campaigns. I watch it closely. All the parties, you could see the APC were doing much more of the canvassing. They were all around. You could see their party members, those in their hierarchy, going all around the suburb with their candidates. But you hardly see you. Look, I was coming towards I think area 10 or so, and I saw this this long that was posted Obi, Atiku, and the rest of them. I reply on that, but I could not see a Obi on that vehicle. I was looking to say, okay, let me see Obi or let me see Atiku on one of the vehicles. They were all political bots. So tell me, how are you encouraging the party? You are saying you want to take over from somebody that is all out. His party members are all out. the chairman, the national party of the party, the national chairman of the party is all there. He goes all around the area council to see, to discuss with his members, to discuss what are the ways out. And I never see that with the opposition.
Mr. Abraham, sorry to cut you. Hello, sir. I beg to disagree with you on that because I also followed on the campaigns too. The ADC went with their political bigwigs, the likes of Obi and Atiku, to the fields. They went there. I witnessed one of UTC, the one of Waru Wasa, one of Gosa. Obi was there till 9 p.m. in the night. I witnessed the one of Area 10, Area 1. El-Rufai himself went. Amechi went to Lugbe Market, Nyanya Market. Obi, I saw the one Obi was at Karo, snapping with children. I covered the campaigns. I'm coming, sir. I'm coming. So, yes. I said I witnessed myself. I was not told. I was there. I also saw the one of the APC, which, as you said, they also did their own campaigns. So everybody did their campaigns. But what I wanted to find out from you, like you mentioned, the city center, the voter apathy at the city center. Could it be that because the city center comprises of mostly the elites, quote and unquote, those who are, what I can say, those who are, mostly educated or exposed to, certain knowledge. That's at its word. That's why it's called city in the first place. Now, could it be that they are privy to some information? Because I overheard when I interviewed one or two persons at the city center, why didn't you vote? He said, why would I vote when somebody has come out to tell you that he's going to go and vote and I will do the rest? That he's not coming to waste his time. Probably they have an understanding of the import of
this is not the first time that these elites don't come out to vote in the FCT. This is not the first time. So you cannot use this as an excuse.
No, even in the past, the elites, sorry to cut, even in the past, OJ, sorry, Mr. Abraham, even in the past, the elites, that's what I'm telling you, that the elites seems to know something that
they always know something. So, Mr. Abraham, so what's your take?
They always know something, right?
Well, yeah, they always know something, right?
I think it's a member of ADC, but we'll discuss this some other time. We'll discuss.
Oh, are you accusing him of being a member of ADC?
Pardon, I am not a member of any political party. Please, I'm not a member of any political. I'm only telling you, when you said that they didn't do campaigns, I covered all the campaigns and I saw that they all did campaigns.
Let me say, Abraham, the point, I think, sorry. Yeah, I think. Okay, go ahead.
That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying, nobody is stopping you. See, if I said I'm going to kill Mr. A, that Mr. A should come out because the authority have right. We have all the security, the police right there, the civil defense right there. I watch all those, the vigilante, the forest guard, everybody, immigrations, EFCC is all out. So why would you tell me that you heard the minister said you should go and vote and leave the rest? No, you should challenge that person, including you're a politician or you're a Democrat. That is when you now say, okay, let's go out and see what the minister said he will do. Is he going to kill us or is he having anything to do with our life?
I think Mr. Abraham is an APC. I think you're a member of a political party.
You don't have to conclude. So, please, let's not dwell our discussions on towards an individual, please. Let's leave the FCT minister alone out of this. Yes. So looking at the elections, like what my colleague is trying to paint, that Obi went out to campaign for the ADC, Atiku also came out, El-Rufai and even Amechi came out. But I think the point you are trying to make earlier is that the ADC went to the suburbs and in local palace, the Koro, as in the suburbs to campaign where the voters are. But these persons were at the township and the city campaigning. Is that the point you're trying to make?
Very well, 100%. I will tell you because you see, during the campaigns, you see the APC go to Karshi, Wagwa, Karmu, Saburi. You see it all over. You see them go to Nyanya, the hinter of Nyanya, where you see the Angwa Fulani, Angwa Hausawa, they were in Kurudu, they were want to tell you sincerely, if truly I'm in the opposition, you know what? I will follow it. I will follow the timetable of the APC. I will follow up with everywhere they go to. That is how you show that yes, you are ready to take over power from a sitting government or a government that you term to be a corrupt government. So if truly you want to set an example, what do? You go to the real people. We're talking about the people at the grassroots.
Okay, Mr. Abraham, what Mr. Abraham, sorry. What if I told you that they went to these places you mentioned?
Well, I can't say no because it's part of your work as a journalist. I don't know how much I follow them, but for me, I read carefully. I have never seen the Atiku. I've never seen the ABC go to the suburb.
Okay, Mr. Abraham, sorry to cut you. They actually did because, like I said, I covered the campaigns.
Okay.
They did. It's just that it's unfortunate. In fact, the kind of heat this campaign generated, one would not believe that there will be voter apathy. There was voter apathy everywhere, even in Dako, some villages close to Lokogoma. There were voter apathy, and I was shocked myself. I went round. At least let me talk about my area. But during the campaign, I monitored the campaign even more than the elections. I can tell you, up to 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., all parties, they were all busy campaigning.
But it could be at the maybe it's at the closing stages of the campaigns. Maybe towards the end of the campaigns, that's when they were going there. Maybe the APC on their own have been going there before and all that. But by and large, are we going to say that with this victory for APC in these area councils, in the 5 area councils they've clinched so far, how would the next election be like in the FCT? That's the 2027 election. Will it be an APC affair in the next election? But because Abuja has been known for not an APC territory, but this election, it appears APC is trying to turn the table.
Yes.
So is Abuja gradually becoming an APC territory now with this victory?
Well, I want to give it to the national chairman, Professor Mentawe. You could see the arithmetic there because we used to know even the last election, it was Labour that cleaned the FCT, which everybody know it was Labour. But when the president came on board, he brought in some changes because looking at the person of the national chairman, it's not just somebody you just take his word with a pinch of salt. He understands the dynamics of going to reconcile with the people, the agreed people. So what he has done all this while, you could see even before the area council election, he selected, like in Amak, he brought in the former chairman of the Amak, which is the person of Candido, that he will go to agree to talk with the agreed members. And you could see the development there. He went around to discuss with the people at the support to tell them, look, we are ready to work for you. You could see what the minister is doing for you on behalf of the president and of the party. So now the people are becoming like, okay, we can see this thing. We will see the water pipes all over, fixed everywhere. We will see the roads. Because for the first time, I tell people that if you have the person of UK as the city, the minister of the federal
Hmm.
before now, I think we should have a very good capital city. But look at what is happening now. You will see he's expanding, the roads are everywhere. So I want to say sincerely that 2027, if they continue with what they are doing, then it's going to be a walkway for the APC because truly they are reconciling all the agreed members, not only the the positions, but even people at the grassroots. Because you could hear some people tell that after the election of the chairman last year, they refused to even come and say hello to them again. And you see these people going back to tell them, no, it wasn't like that. Please hear us. We are ready to do the needful.
The thing, I think, Mr. Abraham, I agree with you on this one because that if you look, in as much as I disagree with you in certain areas, but in this very one, I think I also understudied it too. The strength of the APC is the ability to reconcile. Quite true, because I know of most even reconciling with some aggrieved PDP members, not just APC members, aggrieved PDP members. And they were so pleased to the extent that some of them had to even defect to the APC based on that reconciliation. I think that was a strong one. And if you, in fairness to the Mekalangu, the current AMAC chairman that just won, he also took development to rural areas in the area of roads, rural roads everywhere. For example, the Kabusa village and the Kabusa market, he did a lot of things there. And when you go to other rural areas too. So that was a strong campaign. Somebody told me yesterday, a politician, he said, with what Wike is doing in Abuja, who will Wike talk to that will not support? He said, if you look at it, that Wike is bringing governance to the people, to the common man. That those fighting Wike are those who has held Abuja bondage, the elites, the big boys. And that is why Wike is fighting them. That if you look at Wike clearly, a politician was telling, I don't want to mention his name, was saying that to me. He's not even a fan of Wike. He said, Mr. Ken, Wike is up and against the big boys in Abuja who has held, that is why he's subjecting them to pay. That is why the president cannot do without him. That even though you go to report Wike to the president, Wike will tell the president, look at, they should pay grand rent, they should do this, they are not paying tax. How do we develop this country? And Wike generates revenue. He has direct access into to his own personal IGL, and he uses this money to fix the city.
All right.
I went to let me tell you something that happened. I went to hire a particular machine at the Kubwa Express, and they told me there is no one available. And I asked why. They said Wike has hired all the machines. Wike has hired all the machines, and they are all in the bushes working.
Okay, all right.
And that was when I knew truly. Yeah. In fact, there were some roads that there were some roads I have not passed in the past. I've not even gone through. I've not applied for the past 2 years. I went there, and I saw tarred road. In my mind, I was like, even here, this man has gotten to this place and give it to Wike in terms of road infrastructure. He has done very well.
We'll talk about Wike's achievement as a minister in the days to come. So, but still dwelling on the issue of the elections, Mr. Abraham. When 2027 comes, the general election comes, Wike will not be in the territory. He will be in Rivers. The ministers will be in their domain. You understand? Some of the governors who interfered in this FCT council post will be very busy in their domain.
Who interfered allegedly?
You understand? No, they came out publicly to talk. The Kwara State governor, Abdulrazak, came out to talk. You understand? In support of the APC.
You mean the troubled Kwara State?
Yes, despite the troubles in Kwara State, the governor publicly showed his support.
That's another discussion for another day.
So, Mr. Abraham, and of course, Chidi in the studio, don't you think that when that time comes, the APC will be weakened? Because now they got all the support, the local APC now, got all the support, the might of the Wikis and co.
Of the central APC.
Yes, but when the general elections will come, they'll be busy in their domain. So don't you think that, we should not celebrate yet that the territory is shifting towards becoming an APC territory?
Well, I think if you rub like I used to tell people, when I'm a little baby, anytime my mother discovered that I've slept off too fast and before the food gets ready, what she does is after cooking, she will rub the soup on my lips.
So that
And
the aroma will wake you up.
the aroma will wake me up. So what I'm doing is, what I'm saying is that the APC at the national level have rubbed the sweetness of how the party is going to look like in the future. So I don't believe somebody like Mekalampu and the rest people that got elected, we want to leave it all for those at the national level to come and do that 2027. Because they've already seen it. That look, now the ball is on our court. It's for us to do the needful. It's for us to take this party to the next level. Because these guys, if you look at them, they are young men, young Nigerians, young indigenous that believe so much in their people. And they will do everything to make sure that they sell this party that give them the opportunity to come to lead their people. So I want to tell you, Abdul Razak or the Kwara State Governor or whoever who was the demand that were made, they were selected, the president selected them to say, okay, you people should go and get me the area council's election successful. And they did their best. But what I'm saying is, come 2027 is going to be like what the story I gave you is going to be a worthwhile. Everybody is out now. But for the first time at the city center, you hardly see APC like in Garki. It's all PDP. Karu, it's all PDP. It's only in Kanshi that you see the die-hard APC members. But you go to Baba and the rest, the suburb, you see everybody is clinching to APC now. So what is APC doing so well that the rest need to learn from? It's reconciliation. It's reconciliation. So if they want to really get their act together, the APC and the rest, they should go back. They should look at, okay, how do we get this thing ready? 2027 is just a month to come. So what they should do is they should start thinking of how do we get this thing ready? How do we go to talk to the people at the suburb? They don't do that. So I will tell you that today APC is making a very good headway because they go back to their people. They go back to reconcile even those that are aggrieved with the party they were in. They leave their party and they say, okay, we want to come back. Okay, like I think just 2 days before the election, the SDP, the vice chairman, had to relocate to APC. And he said nobody is carrying him along. That at the center, nobody is ready to listen to his people. And these are some of the things you find out in every political time.
All right. We'll be going for a quick break now. When we return, we'll try and please just stay with us. When we return, we'll try and look at the results of each of the area councils. So we'll be right back, please. Welcome back to the P&B Morning Show. Okay, so we're still discussing the outcome of the FCT council polls. And right now, let's look at the area councils one after the other. And by the way, we still have Abraham Unaji still with us this morning. Okay, in Gwagwalada, let's look at Gwagwalada very, very quickly. The PDP candidate Mohammed Kasim was declared the winner after pulling 22,165 votes to defeat the APC candidate Yahaya Shehu, who scored 17,788. Abga got 1,687, and of course the ADC got 1,336. I think have we lost Unaji? Okay, I think we've lost Unaji there. We hope to have him back online. Chidi.
Yes.
Looking at the results, ADC came second in Gwagwalada.
ADC.
Yes, ADC. No, sorry. The APC, I beg your pardon. APC came second in Gwagwalada with 17,788. And of course, the PDP with 22,165. So the gap is not really too much.
Yes, it was keenly contested.
Yes.
And Gwagwalada is, fortunately for me, that was where I finished my university. And when I was there as a student, I do know something about Gwagwalada, that the people of Gwagwalada are those who follow individuals.
Individuals.
They don't follow party.
Okay.
They are known for, such, followership. Regardless of how celebrate your party is, if the candidate is not, if you like, reconcile with everybody, if your candidate is not loved by the people, you will not win. And that is one thing about Gwagwalada. They are unrepentant followers of individuals. If they like you, OJ, you are going to win. That is Gwagwalada for you. And that was what played out. The candidate there, Muhammad, that Kashim Marot, that won for the PDP. If you like, put him in APP, he's going to win. And that is Gwagwalada for you.
Okay. All right. And let's look at other area council. Of course, we hope that we'll have the projection on our screen so that we will quickly look at the results. In Buhari Area Council, let's look at Buhari Area Council. APC got 18,466. ADC 4,254. And ZLP 3,515. Where is the PDP here? PDP is nowhere to be found.
Unfortunately for us, the PDP, John Gabaya, the Buhari area, the current Buhari area council chairman, it was in PDP at some point. I don't know if he has defected. I think I heard he has to APC, and there was some legal tussle within the APC candidature or candidacy, as it were, where we have one of the candidates was removed in the court removed him. Was it 3 days to the election? I don't know that. I don't know. I think we had that story last week.
Yes,
in Buhari.
Yes, in Buhari.
Yes.
A particular candidate had to be replaced by.
Yes, few days to the election.
Yes,
about 3 days to the election, and I'm still wondering, a man who just came into the spotlight 3 days to the election, won the election.
Yes, Joshua Ishaku. Yes.
In 3 days, won the election.
So you remember I told you, I was on Thursday's edition of the P&B Morning Show, that look, here, it is not the individual, it is the party that you are voting for. Like, although you said, there are some instances here and there where in some areas, personalities are the people that the electorate see, like in the issue of Gwagwalada,
yes.
But in most cases, it is the party. So irrespective of whoever, if the party has a good structure, irrespective of whoever represents or carries that flag, it will reflect in the voting. So replacing the former guy with the current chairman-elect now, Joshua
not significant enough.
Well, yes, because the court says he won the elections. He won the election. So I think the guy who was supposed to, like this morning, be celebrating now will be bitter that I'm supposed to have been the chairman. But if things are not done the right way, it's not the right way. So Joshua will be very, very happy that, look, I won my mandate from the court. I was cheated. I went to the court to seek for justice.
And now he's now the chairman.
He's now the chairman. So congratulations to him there. 18,466. ADC in second with 4,254. And ZLP. So that means ZLP is actually strong in Buhari Area Council.
There's the candidate there.
The party itself, because they got 3,515.
I want to believe it's not a party because ZLP
it could be the candidate.
The candidates.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. So in the Abuja Area Council, of course, where we are, Christopher Mikalangu of the APC was re-elected after pulling 40,295 votes. 40,295 votes. ADC coming second. Dr. Mo is, of course, the candidate for the ADC, scoring 12,109. 12,109. SDP in third with 2,185. And NNPP with 1,694. And PDP 3,398. Wow. So PDP in third. So ADC doing their best in AMAC, but their best not enough.
Well, their best was not good enough.
Yes.
Because some said that in some polling units they never had agents there, and when you don't have agents, anything can happen. It's dangerous not to have an agent. Not just having an agent, not to have an agent that is loyal to the party. Because I like I said, I witnessed the election and I discovered that in some polling units, ADC had 3 agents. Like in my area, my polling unit where I voted, 031, FRP State Local Goma, ADC had 3 agents. And when I came out to start hearing certain things that they never had agents in some polling unit, I was wondering how can you have 3 agents in another polling unit and you don't even have at all? Because I got a call from a particular place. A friend called me and said, they don't have agents here. And I said, okay, if they don't have agent, anybody can be agent. That's for the party to decide. But going forward, I think parties should be ready, because getting agents for over 2,400 or so polling units is not easy, OJ.
You need the resources.
You need resources. You need resources.
And that's to tell you why parties who are emerging, who wants to really be opposition, is not to be opposition on paper or on TV screen.
On TV screen.
On the day of the election, you have to deploy the resources.
Opposition by resources.
The resources, so that you can match the powerful, the might of the ruling party or the powerful.
Because money played a lot of role.
Yes,
when
of course.
Because 2,000 plus agents includes feeding, transportation,
allowances, and all that,
and materials, logistics, and the rest of them. So I want to believe that going forward, that parties who want to come out, like you said, as opposition, should be opposition in all aspects.
In all aspects, not just talking.
Not opposition in the front of newspapers.
So let's quickly go to Abaji Area Council. Area Council. Umar Abdullahi Abubakar of the APC won the chairmanship election. And of course, he won with 15,536. 15,535. I beg your pardon. Yeah, 36. PDP 4,547. 4,547, and ADC in distant third with just 37 votes. 37 votes. That's in Abaji. So we have the APC and the PDP actually doing very, very well in Abaji, and ADC is nowhere to. So they have a lot of work to do in Abaji. In Kwali Area Council, the APC candidates Nuhu Daniel pulled 17,032 votes. 17,032 votes there for Daniel. And I think, are we having a conflicting result there on our screen? Because the official result we have from INEC indicates 42,032, and the PDP and 575 votes there. So Daniel of the APC was declared the winner. Okay, so and in Kuje Area Council, the APC candidate Danjuma Shikolo, won the chairmanship after polling 17,600. 17,000.
Shekwelo.
Yeah, Shekwelo, right?
Shekwelo.
Okay. Yes, 17,629. That's the vote he got. Okay, and the PDP in second with 15,824, and then Abga is strong in Kuje.
Well,
Yeah, Abga is strong in Kuje. They have 4,305. So that's a good outing there by Abga.
It might not be Abga. Like I told you, some of these.
Okay, might be the individual.
Yes, there are individuals, and it will interest you if such individuals you could see, like just like Mr. Anna just said, you can see the ruling party, with their movement and the train of reconciliation can even go and
do some trading.
Yes, do some winning. Some of these candidates can be talked into joining the ruling party, preparing them for the next one, because they've shown that they have capacity.
Their capacity, yes. If someone like the Abga guy, for instance, now can be talked to,
yes,
and all that. So, okay.
He can be
so he has something on the table to talk. Yes. I mean, he has something on the table to trade with.
This is
you can see I have good supporters.
This is one of the strengths.
This is my strength.
This is one of the strengths of the United States when it comes to athletes and sports. You see, I have a friend I know of. I was an athlete in the Akwa Ibom that ran and had a world record record setting, and today we had this in the United States. We're even hearing that one of our athletes is being lobbied by which country is it? Turkey also. These things happen even in international sports when they see a potential athletes, sprinter as it were. You see, the next thing you see that a sprinter is no longer running for a particular country, is now running for another country. And this is one approach to, I think, the ruling party is adopting. And I believe other parties should learn, because you don't leave people aggrieved, just go like that. In politics, everybody is important. It's all about interest. Politics is all about the people. How much people you can galvanize, how much people you can talk to and try to make them feel better. The question I was going to ask Mr. Naji, OJ, was in this reconciliation, is there any exchange of alleged palliatives? Because I don't believe.
I don't think he's
I don't know if you want to answer that question.
I don't think he's in position to answer that, because it's not part of. I don't think it's part of.
Because when you're talking to people, sometimes I don't know if at the end of the day
there must be some compromise. Let's use the word compromise.
Is that was alleged compromise?
No, definitely in business. When we are talking,
it's a give and take.
It's a give and take, of course. Okay, you are talking to me to join you. At the end of the day, what will I take home?
What do I have to show for it?
What will I have to show for it? And all that. It's trading. It's trading. So in politics,
it's political trading.
Yeah, say come and join us, and if the party wins, or we'll continue this way.
And probably you say the last election I lost, I spent 50 million, I did not win.
It could be financial, it could be position, it could be whatever.
It could be mostly positions.
Yeah, positions. Yes. So come and work with us. We can see that you have grounds here and all that. So bring your supporters to us so that we'll get more grounds. And at the end of the day, if
I'll make you
this, I'll make you that. You become this, you become that. Or you get this contract. Sometimes it could be contracts.
But that's politics, actually.
Yes, so
that's politics.
There are a lot of things.
Compromise and negotiations.
Yes,
that's politics.
A lot of things happen.
So I want to commend those who know how to play this game, because somebody said in politics there is no morals. Politics is politics.
Yes, of course, politics is politics. Okay, so those are, of course, the results are coming from the 6 area councils for you, and let's try and give you a feel of the coverage of the election over the weekend. Where, of course, our reporters, covered, the election and had some report for us. I had a discussion with one of our reporters, Salisu, and I don't know if our producer has that video, so that to play it, and so that in that video you see the AMAC chairman talking to the press, very confident that he's going to win, and the outcome, of course, has shown that he knows what he's talking about, and the atmosphere of the election. So if we have that video, let's see if we can, get it across so that you have the feel of what actually went on during the weekend, in the FCT, as FCT decides on their chairman, or on their chairman, of course, councillors. So we'll be right back.
What happened?
First of all, I'm impressed with the turnout today. I see that people are out here to vote. We do simplify the process. In less than 3 minutes, that's my vote.
Now, in terms of voting, are you impressed with the fact that voters come out? In terms of vote, was there anything like voter apathy?
No,
you are told to rate.
Let me tell you, this is a local government election. And local government election is meant for local people. And that's why we go to remote areas. You see the turnout is different from that of the city. From Gargi down to Nanya. You can see it yourself. My people are out to vote. So everything is okay. And the process is just smooth. In less than 3 minutes, I passed my vote. It's okay.
Is there any way for improvement in 2027?
Yeah. I think the only improvement I will advise is the logistics. Because some areas I used to get to their material. But in terms of voting process, everything is this is my polling unit. 100%.
What's your plan?
Empowerment. My people knows me. I've been giving them what they want. I'm back to office. I'll give them democracy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, you're welcome.
First, we went to Gariki, that's Poly Unit 004, where the Honorable Chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, Honorable Christopher Zaka Mekalangu, is casting his vote there. And definitely people were all around the voting area, and they are very tight security here, and medias are there, and he went there and cast his vote. And if you can see, he has already spoken to the press that he was impressed at the way he saw people coming out to vote, and he was even given assurance that it is his polling unit, and definitely he's going to be victorious in that polling unit.
Okay, we'll find out momentarily.
Yeah, and secondly, we went to Lube, that's Airport Road, that's let's say the second most populated area in the Amak, that's Kabusa ward. Definitely, it was people still turned over there, and I think the security, the most very important thing that we have to look on is the security. And there is nothing like snatching of vellum paper or disturbing people that are casting their vote. Everything went smoothly, and even the agent were happy, both the opposition and the ruling party. Both of them are even happy with what they saw on this day of the election.
Okay, so generally, all the wards, all the places you went to, you said the turnout is impressive.
Yeah.
Because we expected
people will not
we expected 1.5 million residents to come out and vote. But like you said, there are talks here and there that maybe there will be issue of voter apathy. People will not come out to vote. But from our earlier guests who joined us, they said, I think the turnout is somehow impressive as far as it's concerned. And you're also reporting the same thing.
Exactly.
So that's to tell you that, the awareness is out there for people to come out and vote and not just sit back and observe anymore, despite all the controversy surrounding the Electoral Act and so on. Okay. Do you have some report for us? For us to see some visuals?
I have some reports.
Okay, we'll try and see some of these reports if our producer will have it.
The chairman is around. He's was about to cast his vote. This Honorable Christopher Zaka, Honorable Chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, Honorable Christopher Zaka was about to cast the vote.
It's very important. Beautiful.
Was there anything like voter party?
No,
you are told to rate.
You know, let me tell you, this is a local government election. And local government election is meant for local people. And that's why we go to remote areas. You see the turnout is different from that of the city. From Garki down to Nyanya. You can see it yourself. My people are asked to vote. So everything is okay. And the process is just smooth. In less than 3 minutes, I cast my vote. It's okay.
Is there any way for improvement in 2027?
Yeah. I think the only improvement I will advise is the logistics. Some areas I used to get to the other side. But in terms of voting,
Are you optimistic that you're going to
this is my polling unit. It's not 100%.
Mr. Chairman, what's your plan?
Empowerment. My people knows me. I've been giving them what they want. If I'm back to office, I'll give them democracy.
All right, here is Garki Chief Palace polling unit live. We are covering it live from Garki, Abuja Municipal Area Council, Amak. People are still casting their vote here, and already the Honorable Chairman Mekalongo has already cast his vote in the other polling unit. Here is the polling unit of Chief Palace. Right. People are here casting their votes. Yeah, this is the Chief Palace. Yeah, people are still casting their vote right now. As you can see, all the securities are working, and people are still casting their vote peacefully. What can you say about the exercise?
I can say the election is going through fine. We are in Chief Palace.
Yeah.
Now, people are voting, but it's so very organized here.
Is there any challenges you people are facing?
No, we are not feeling any challenges. It's very, very fine.
What do you see in the outcome of the election?
The election will go fine because I believe our people is voting, and the election will count fine.
I must, thank you very, very much for doing a very wonderful job today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obi.
Stay tuned. We'll be going for a break. And okay, those are, of course, some of the highlights of the weekend's voting that went down in some parts of Amak. And of course, maybe before the end of the show, we'll be bringing you other reports again. So that's just a feel of what happened anyway. Okay, Chidi is still here. Chidi.
Yes.
Let's look at PDP, forming a committee, a legal committee now to challenge the results announced by INEC. Is that really necessary at this point in time?
Well, OJ, these are one of the things that has characterized our electionary process, where votes is not being decided by INEC alone. We've seen it happen. At some point, somebody came out and said, go to court. Since that statement came out, with people no longer care anymore. Some people, it affected a lot of people too, psychologically, because people now said, oh, does that mean I cannot, the court, which is supposed to be the hope of the common man, is no longer, happening. Having said that, you see, it is necessary and it is not necessary. It's not necessary in the sense that some say the court these days, the court is predictable. Why are you going to court? You are going to meet the same people who you are aggrieved with. You're also going to meet them, because this thing snowballs into different areas, whether it's the judiciary, the legislature, or the executive. So why are you going to the court? If somebody tells you go to court, all that means is that he understands what is the outcome already. So that's why I say it's not necessary, but necessary in the sense that you must also go and report issues of matters of legal interest to courts. If you feel aggrieved and you have strong evidences, you can go to court.
Okay, now the PDP won Gwagwalada, and the APC is not saying anything. What if the APC perceived something and said, okay, we'll even challenge the Gwagwalada area council outcome, yes. and they also go to court. Now that PDP is trying to challenge the other areas that they didn't win, so some are now beginning to think that, okay, because he didn't win in other area councils, you want to challenge the outcome. But you feel because you won Gwagwalada now, you feel the election was okay there. So you understand? So this issue of accepting outcome of elections in this country
is
a serious problem.
It is part of the politics in this part of the divide.
Okay, now, so in Gwagwalada, everything went well. Let's say in Amak, okay, there are some discrepancies that the PDP wants to look at.
It is selfishness to an extent plays a huge role in politics. Selfish interest. When the going is not going on your own side, that's why it's called opposition. You hear certain people saying, oh, but when you are the one winning, some people say, oh, the exercise was free and fair. The people came out in their large numbers. It is normal to talk like that. Politicians are known to talk like that. When it is not favoring them, they come out to cry foul. When it is favoring them, they come and sing Hosanna. Hosanna. That is how it is in politics. Having said that, however, that does not negate the fact there are some, problems in the process. Even though some of them we are not there to see them live, but report shows that there are some one or two hitches there.
Yes, vote buying.
Like for example, I heard in some places that the people went there with money, and you see when you go to some of these polling units, you just observe. You see people going in large numbers, going into a particular direction, coming and smiling. You need not to be told what has gone down there. You see some of this vote buying is done inside a bus.
Yes, I think we had a report of EFCC arresting someone
with 17 million
in his car boots.
What are you doing there? Is your car boots now what they call the bank votes? Are you running a microfinance at the polling units? And you see, these are the things OJ, I have seen myself. I saw. When you see people sharing money, you see somebody holding it in a black, thick leather polythene bag, walking around, strolling casually. And before you know what's happening, you won't see him again. In the next 1 hour or two, you will not see that same person again. He's done with his business and he's gone. Even bag of rice, people use things.
The day of election?
Yes, even the day before. What marvels me is that politicians keep coming few days to the election to do these things. And after that day, you won't see them again in the next 3.5 years.
Yes.
And the people should be wiser now. When you see somebody coming to give you anything, few days to election, and no matter how sweet, sugar-coated that person is, you need not to be told that this guy is trying to induce you to vote for him.
I think that is why, these politicians prefer going to the hinterlands, to go and do their campaign, because that is where the poverty is. And
it's being weaponized,
and also, yes, it's being weaponized. So
it's deliberate, it's intentional.
Yes, it is that day that you see someone who has not seen 5,000 naira for a long time, touched 5,000 naira for a long time, and will touch it that day.
Someday,
so that's why they sell their votes.
To make it even worse, sometimes they bring 5,000 brand new notes.
Brand new notes, yes. You see an old woman who has not seen such money for a long time, and you present that to her, just vote. If you can just show me evidence that you voted for this party, this 5,000 belong to you. What do you expect?
5,000 I cannot even give you a decent meal.
They don't know that, but at least they'll say, for today, let me eat today. I don't know tomorrow.
And tomorrow will take care of itself.
Take care of itself. and the circle of poverty or underdevelopment continues.
These things baffles me, OJ. I don't know. And that is why you see the turnout in the suburbs seems to be higher. You can't do vote buying in the city center.
Of course.
And that's why it explains, like I told you, there's something people living at the city center that has, it's expected to be enlightened, as it were. There's something they know. OJ, if you go around the polo units, like at the city centers, developed areas, you will see the voter apathy is there. And when you try to ask them why, they will tell you, why am I coming to vote when these things, the winner is already, is already known? That means there's something they know. The statements and counter statements you hear from politicians, go and vote and leave the rest for me. Those who went, me and you that went to school, understand the meaning of that. The man in the suburb who cannot even read and write may not understand the meaning of that statement. The statement could mean anything, depending on who is interpreting it. I'm not saying the statement, but you can see when somebody tells you, my people say when the owl cries in the night and the child dies in the morning, it shows
the suspects.
Yes. An owl comes in the night to cry, and the next morning a child dies. It shows something that, so we are seeing things like this, statements like this, go to court, go and vote, and forgive the rest for me. People, me and you went to school, we understand the import of statements. Although I'm not holding before anybody, but I'm saying it could be interpreted to be anything. And there we are, the results are out. But anyway, congratulations. That is
congratulations to them. But the issue of parties not respecting outcomes of election in this country all the time. I'm not saying that some irregularities will not go down or whatever. But the way I see it is that nobody is clean. None of them are clean. But
there's no morals in politics.
There is no moral. No, they are not clean. So
there's no morality in politics.
That PDP won Gwagwalada Area Council does not mean that they also did not do something. So the point I'm trying to make is that what if the APC or another party, feel like challenging Gwagwalada's results?
AJ,
you understand now, because the PDP is now trying to challenge this. So
this whole game is like the gladiator fight.
Yes,
what you've seen in the movie, The Gladiators. So when you fight, you expected one person has to die, one person has to win.
Okay, so that's the FCT elections for you, and I hope that we've been able to look at what transpired over the weekend. We'll say congratulations to the winners, and we hope that development will go to the grassroots. And finally, that the issue of development going to the grassroots is something that we should look into. Now, you look at some of these polling units, the elections that went down in these rural areas in the FCT. You will not believe this is the Federal Capital Territory. In a dilapidated primary school,
no
chairs, nothing. Now
the ceilings are all gone.
And they are polling units. You remember them in a time like this, when it comes to election, you use these facilities. After the election, you forget about these facilities.
And then you go there, and somebody who is supposed to fix those things will end up winning an election.
From there. And will not fix the place. And 3-4 years later, you people come there proudly. Again. And be seeing this kind of something in the federal capital. So we want development to actually go to the grassroots. so that these people that you take importance during elections should have a decent primary school, should have pipe-borne water, should have primary healthcare centers. We don't want a suburb where, if shown to the world, is this Abuja? Is it this and that? Abuja is not.
Okay,
It's not about the city center.
You saw the video there. Even at the chief palace there.
Yes.
You saw the surroundings.
That's Garki.
That's Gariki, Oji.
Almost in the city center.
Not almost. It's heart of the city center. That's Gariki. You saw the environment there. Is there anything to go by when it comes to development?
It's really pathetic, honestly.
That's the city center you saw there. You can see for yourself the video, the surroundings.
Well,
yeah. So and then somebody will come there, campaign, and then
go after
and then the result there will be declared in his favor. And sometimes, like we said in the social media, you say, "Maybe you be that." You know, these things baffles me as a person. What are you campaigning for? What are your records?
To me, I think the people in these suburbs should have their own bargaining chip. That look, if you are coming to seek for our vote, you must do this at the end of the day. If you don't come again.
Maybe we should show them this video, because 4 years after now, if you go back to you do another video,
yes, it will still be the same
quality of life, the same environment.
It's okay. All right, before we go, let's quickly look at reports reaching us concerning the weather. NIMET is reporting or forecasting weather reports. It's forecasting the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted dust, haze, and cloudiness from today to Wednesday across the country. To Wednesday across the country. So NIMET's weather outlook released yesterday, that's Sunday, envisaged a slight dust haze today across the northern region throughout the forecast period. So according to NIMET, a few states such as Borno and Yobe are to experience moderate dust haze with horizontal visibility ranging from 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers during the forecast period. So hazy weather, you won't see the sun much and all that. What advice do you have for the people out there, drivers, and what have you? The weather will not be that friendly for the next
we have some
48 hours or 72 hours.
Yeah, well, we all know the health implication of
all that,
hazy weathers and the dusty weathers, you know. And I'll advise the drivers, even to my parents too, and schools, to make a provision of the nose masks.
Yes,
to cover your nose so that you don't inhale contaminated air. You know, as has been projected by NIMET.
Yes.
So, and very soon you start seeing those a lot of people falling, sick and the rest of them, catarrh, malaria, and the rest of them. So my advice to everybody there is to see how you can get, little preventive measures.
And it's just the face mask.
Yeah, the face mask, which is not more than 100 naira or so. Then you can just cover your nose at least for the time being while we wait, to await this phase of, climate change to phase out. Or else I can assure you, by the end of this week, you start the pharmacists and the hospitals will
be filled with customers.
That's another interesting thing. So, some people are also praying to God for blessings, while some are cashing out from
someone's deal. Okay, so like those in Nyanya watching us should also take this seriously. Now with the hazy weather, dusty weather, and then couple with the construction going on, the road construction going on there, you see everywhere dusty. In Nyanya, Marabai area, dusty. You hardly see 1 kilometer ahead of you now. Yes. Yesterday I witnessed it. I was in fact, all my when I passed there, everywhere was my body was full of dust.
Oh, no wonder you're looking brownish this morning.
You understand? So I think we should take this into a serious consideration. So please protect yourself and make sure you wear the face mask like Chidi has said, so that you will stay healthy. Okay, so we have to go now, Chidi.
Yes, we have to go, but we cannot go without saying congratulations one more time to the winners of the elections.
Yes.
You know, congratulations to APC, congratulations to the ruling party and INEC for at least averagely well conducted election, because either way, a winner must emerge, whether you like it or not. And I want to believe that those who emerged understood the game, because politics in itself is a game. Like I said, it's a gladiational game. One person has to live and one person has to lose, win or lose. And whoever wins is politics, because there is no morals behind politics. This issue of shouting, crying foul here and there, politics is like that. It's globally. That's why it's called politics. There is no perfection in it. There's no perfection in any electoral process at all. It is a Machiavellian approach to doing things. The ends justifies the means. So however it is win, because if you don't have enough polling agents and the other person sees it as a window, he takes advantage of it. Either anybody can take advantage of anything. That is politics. I take advantage of your strength and your weaknesses. That is politics for you. And that is what has played out. So congratulations to the parties that have won. It shows that they are on ground, they understood the game, and they have played the game, and today they are winners. So congratulations to them one more time.
All right, so thank you very much. And on that note, we've come to the end of the morning show right here on Politics and Business Television for today, Monday, the 23rd of February, 2026. I am Omike Joseph Matthew. On behalf of the team, we want to say thanks for watching. Bye-bye.